What if there were a news and information venue that took seriously the proposition that there is a large and underserved audience having a pent-up and enthusiastic appetite for public affairs news content more substantive and challenging than has ever been previously available? What if this venue took just as seriously the proposition that we have embarked upon the early stages of a historic transition of unprecedented global scale, complexity, and critical need for cross-disciplinary evaluation and cooperative institutional integration as the major cable stations take seriously their relentless pandering reinforcement of the myopically narrow tribal audience biases of their presumed political bases. In short, a venue offering content that goes completely beyond an obsession with short-term, left-right political muckraking. This is precisely the intent and objective of the founding of this new venue, the Imperative Report, A New Kind of News. If the prospect of such a venue strikes a chord of interest for you, it may also arouse a curiosity about what taking these things seriously would actually mean in terms of the nature of the content to be presented, in terms of how it would be different from conventional news. Though a far more complete explanation is available elsewhere on this page, a partial answer was already hinted at by the previous allusions to global scale, to complexity, and to the need for cross-disciplinary evaluation and integration. And given the extent to which conventional reportage remains frozen in the anachronistic pedagogy and practice of seeing story, in quotes, in terms of thematic silos, this is not a small difference. And though rarely acknowledged out loud, the incredibly dynamic and interpenetrating diversity of the world that we actually live in, socially, demographically, politically, economically, technologically, or ecologically, does not stay neatly confined within the often only half-conscious boundaries of the mental silos we create to sustain the illusion of simplicity, convenient for trying to force the concept of story to abide within a framework fitting the convenience of the illusion. As for seeing the reality of the whole, and not just siloed parts, two things demand emphasis. Number one, seeing the whole will never be complete or perfect because it is a dynamic and perpetually moving target. But number two, it is absolutely indispensable to try and to recognize that the attempt must be ongoing and must be done not in terms of silos, but in terms of systems and the interactions of systems. And that, broadly speaking, is how the Imperative Report, A New Kind of News, would be different. And because the difference that making this effort can make to the process of defining and prioritizing problems, conceiving appropriate policy responses, and achieving effective governance is difficult to overstate, it is rich with the excitement of creativity and with the opportunity for the kind of broad participation that a durable and resilient democracy demands. With that, I welcome you to the adventure that the Imperative Report, A New Kind of News, is intended to become. Thank you.